In the annals of human history, there exists a harrowing chapter that speaks of the unraveling of humanity, a tale where division and conflict tear at the very fabric of our existence. It is a sobering narrative that explores the darkest depths of our collective psyche, a cautionary tale of a world torn apart by internal strife. Amidst a backdrop of escalating tensions and deep-seated grievances, the seeds of discord took root, sown by the hands of those driven by fear, greed, and a lust for power. Societies, once bound together by a fragile sense of unity, fractured along lines of ideology, religion, and ethnicity. The dream of one world, one people crumbled beneath the weight of human frailty. Nationalism, once a rallying cry for liberation and identity, became a weapon of division. Boundaries that once demarcated territories now served as fortresses, isolating nations and breeding mistrust. The rise of populist movements fueled by narrow-mindedness and intolerance stoked the flames of xenophobia, fostering an us versus them mentality that tore communities apart. The very foundations of democracy were shaken as political polarization deepened. Dialogue gave way to vitriolic rhetoric, and compromise became a sign of weakness. Institutions that were once meant to safeguard the common good succumbed to corruption and manipulation. The checks and balances that had served as pillars of stability were eroded, leaving a void where chaos and disillusionment thrived. As the chasms widened, economic disparities reached staggering levels. The wealth divide deepened, with a small elite amassing unprecedented fortunes while the majority struggled to make ends meet. Inequalities in access to education, healthcare, and basic resources festered, perpetuating a cycle of despair and hopelessness. The disenfranchised, burdened by the weight of their grievances, felt abandoned by a system that favored the privileged few. In this fractured world, conflicts erupted with increasing frequency. Ethnic and religious tensions erupted into violence, fueled by long-standing grievances and a lack of empathy. Communities once interwoven through shared history and coexistence now saw each other as enemies, each vying for dominance and survival. The media, once a source of objective information, became a breeding ground for propaganda and manipulation. The truth became a malleable concept, twisted and distorted to fit the narratives of those in power. Disinformation spread like wildfire, further deepening the divides and solidifying the echo chambers that trapped people within their own biases. The environment, too, suffered under the weight of humanity's self-destruction. Exploitation of natural resources escalated, as nations fought for control over diminishing reserves. Pollution choked the air, poisoned the waters, and ravaged the earth, leaving a devastated planet in its wake. Amidst this unraveling, voices of reason and compassion fought to be heard, but their pleas were drowned out in the cacophony of discord. Movements for unity and harmony emerged, but they were often met with hostility and violence. The road to reconciliation seemed treacherous, as wounds deepened and trust eroded. In the annals of this tragic tale, we are left with a stark reminder of the fragility of our shared humanity. The dream of one world, one people, once held aloft as a beacon of hope, now lies shattered. It serves as a haunting testament to the consequences of our divisions and the dangers of succumbing to the worst aspects of our nature. As we reflect upon this story, we must confront the demons that lurk within us. We must strive to bridge the divides that threaten our unity, to seek understanding and empathy, and to dismantle the walls that separate us. For in the darkness of our fractured world, the flicker of hope still remains, reminding us that the path to healing and unity, however arduous, is one we must embark upon if we are to salvage the essence of our shared humanity.